What's good, y'all? So I was having a conversation with myself, as I typically do. I think I start off a lot of my videos like that, but that's just how my brain works. You know, when you're sitting out here for 13-hour work shifts, you got to entertain yourself one way or another. And that might sound crazy to some of y'all, but at the same time, I get paid to sit for a majority of these shifts. So we take those, and you got to entertain yourself one way or another. But anyway, I was having a conversation with myself about my basic understanding about the elements, right? And in this video, we're going to focus on the basic ones like earth, wind, fire, and water. Now, I know that there's people out there that are really deep into alchemy, really deep into the sacred sciences and all that type of stuff. Well, there's actually 15 basic elements. Those are the basic, and those are actually, look, I only know what I know. All right, I don't pretend to know everything. I'm just sharing what I know for people that know even less than me. You know what I'm saying? Like, get everybody up to speed. All right, so those are the ones that we're going to focus on. You know, one of the things that was actually kind of difficult for me in the beginning of the spiritual journey was trying to discern whether people were being literal or metaphorical with the information. And what I mean by that is kind of like the Bible, for example. Now, this isn't going to be one of those Bible bashing videos like I typically get on, you know what I'm saying? But it's a really good example. You know, some people look at the Bible and they see it as pretty much like historical text, or they see it as like a literal story, like this is what happened. Right? And there's some people that look at it for like the occult wisdom, and they say that they cloaked the hidden knowledge in basic terms that everyone can understand and blah, 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 blah. Sure, whatever. All right. We're not going to be talking about that in this video, but that's just like a good comparison between the literal and the metaphorical, allegorical. I speak in parables, that type of stuff. Right? But what makes it a little bit complicated is when a lot of the things that you learn on your journey are quite literally both, aka the elements. All right. So let's just go through them real quick. We got, what are we going to start off with? Earth. Why not? Let's start with Earth. All right. Now, Earth is literally Earth. You all know what the ground is, the thing that keeps us from falling through the planet. That's Earth. All right, that's everything that grows from it. That's a basic component for life on this planet, life in this existence, right? But then when you start to look at your body, it's like Earth, when it comes to your body, your vessel, Earth, like the planet is made of these elements. Therefore, we are made from the same elements as our planet. So Earth, when it comes to the body, means the physical vessel that we are in, right? Very simple. And also the minerals that we're made of, the zincs, the coppers, the palladium, the platinum, all that type of stuff. That's all Earth. Everything that makes up our physical vessels is Earth, right? But then if you want to look at it in like, oh yeah, a quick little tidbit. Like if you want to like increase your spiritual lingo, if you're a real beginner, it's like when I say literal and metaphorical, you can also replace those words with physical and metaphysical. The seen and the unseen, the touchable and the untouchable. All right, cool. So then like in the metaphysical sense of the term Earth, we can say like Earth means, and you probably heard this a lot, being grounded, being stable. Right? If our bodies weren't stable, we would be dispersing, we would be exploding, we would be doing all this type of stuff because we are not grounded, we are not stable. So that's just one little simple way, something to get you started about your studies on the element Earth, right? What's next? Earth. Wind. All right, wind. You could probably, I'm not sure if you can hear it in the phone, but like I'm in the middle of a field in Wyoming, it's windy as hell. So we all know what wind is, right? When you bring that to our bodies, quite literally, wind. Now, if that was not a component, if that was not something I was made of, how could I generate it from just my vessel? That is one of the elements that goes into making us, right? But then it's like, when you go metaphysical with it, with the wind, I mean, it's like an unseeable power. What color is the wind? I don't know. I'm sure someone has an answer for it, but in my limited understanding, I don't know, but it's there. It's almost like your presence being felt. Like, like when somebody's thinking about you or something like that, it's kind of like the wind pushed a message towards them or something like that. Or like being free, liberation, liberty, like free to go wherever you want, go where the wind takes you. You see where we got these sayings coming from, so that's like a metaphysical way to understand the element wind. Earth, wind, fire. Let's go with fire. We've all been around the campfire. We've all made some s'mores. If you want to get morbid and sad with it, we've all seen the news that some building burned down and whatever. All right, that's fire, quite literally. It's like for those of y'all that be sparking up, y'all really aware. Y'all basically fire benders and wind benders. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, that's the fire. Now, when you bring that into our bodies, it's like our fire. The fire is literally our temperature. We have to operate at a certain temperature to exist. If we get too cold, that's hypothermia. Hypothermia. You know what I'm saying? If we're having a fever or something, that's hyperthermia. I think that's how that works, right? Either way, we really hot or we're really not. All right? That's how we feel that in our bodies. When we take a metaphysical look at fire, then we look at it as like, what's that passion? What's the thing that lights the fire in you? You see all the sayings, they have a basis somewhere. They all came from something. What is something that has that you have that burning desire to go out there and do? That's one way to look at it. That's why I say it's very important to, find that passion in your life, because that's quite literally the spark that makes your life worth living. Very simple. And just like how a real fire, you have to keep it going. You have to keep feeding the right things energy. Just like how you have to keep adding logs, twigs, sticks, leaves to the fire to keep it going. You have to keep providing energy towards their passions, towards the things that you want to get better at. That's the fire. Earth, wind, fire. I have to keep doing this every single time. And then water, for example, right? Water. We know water. You've had something to drink before. You've been outside as a kid playing, and then when you get your cup, you're that's how kids gotta drink. And when you hear it as an adult, it's so annoying. But we've all been there, right? So water, we've all been to the beach. We've all seen a river. All right, that's a quite literal representation of water, the rain and all that type of stuff, right? But then we come to our bodies. We have saliva, we have sweat. Our bodies are quite literally made of water, just like how our planet is made of water. I forget what the number was. It's either 75 or 90. It was like 75%, right, for the planet, regardless. And then I think we might be even more water. But nevertheless, we share those similarities with our parent material, the planet, right? So then, it's like we got the sweat, saliva, all that type of stuff. And then just because we're grown folks here, it's like, I'm not here to be immature, but with a woman, when she gets aroused, what happens? All right. You see what I'm saying though? We are all the waters. But then using that example, when we get metaphysical with it, it's like, women are the sea of emotion. And men are supposed to be the rock, that steady foundation in the sea of emotion. We're supposed to balance each other out. We always want to argue about this in red pill, blue pill world and all this type of stuff. Men, women's rights and in the relationship, roles in the relationships. But, it is what it is. It's like, but then water takes form to its environment. You put the water in a glass, it becomes a glass. You put the water in a freaking cardboard box, it becomes a cardboard box. But then at the next level of water, in that level, it's like, water. It becomes, if you put it in the freezer, it freezes. You put it on the stovetop, it becomes a gas. It's literally the transformative property. Whatever environment that it is around, it changes and molds itself to that environment. It just goes with the flow. You see what I'm saying? It's like, that's what we're supposed to be doing. Any environment that we're put in, we should have the tools necessary within us, because we are infinite beings made from these very basic, very elementary, but very powerful basic elements. We always have what we need. We always do. So when we get put in any situation, we should be able to utilize these principles that we are literally made of to handle our physical and mental lives, and spiritual, if you want to go that far with it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if I'm dropped in a crazy situation, let's just say I'm sitting here right now, then boop, I'm teleported into a middle of a war. I got a freaking musket or something, a bayonet, and it's like, oh, go to war. It's like, whoa, what's going on? It's like, okay, time to use these elements. All right, establish yourself, get grounded. Where are you? What's going on? right? Use that fire. I am not dying today. I'm doing what I gotta do. I'm gonna light that fire. I'm gonna motivate myself. When it's like, okay, I see everybody moving in that direction, but I see this. Okay, we need to move in that. Oh, we're getting pinched in this maneuver. How about I move this way over here? I'm free to move wherever I want to go. Free to move wherever I want to move to make sure that I survive this. Water, go with the flow. It's like, okay, we were fighting by bing, bada boom. Then all of a sudden missiles are falling from the sky. Oh, snap. Yo, okay, hold up. We need to change up. We need to change it up. We need to move around. We need to adjust this. Oh, wait, that thing just made a crater. I'm actually going to flow into that crater and use it as cover. I just made up a whole war zone in my head because I'm using this open field, as my canvas right now in my mind. But nevertheless, that was a basic run through of the elements. Let me know if I'm missing something. Let me know if you know more than me, because I would like to learn things too. Till the next one, y'all. Peace.